Hello everybody, this is Gareth Cahoon Speaks back here with another video. This one is about Epic City in the United States of America and my worries that this kind of thing will come to our shores before too long. Greg Abbott, who's the leader, governor of Texas, has put a halt to this monopoly of Islamic fundamentalism to a stop. He's also labelled the Muslim Brotherhood and the Council of American Islamic Relations as terrorist organisations, and also the Holy Land Foundation, which sounds like something that would support Israel, and many Christians unfortunately give to this Holy Land Foundation before it was labelled as a terror organisation that was funding terror throughout the West and Israel and the wider Muslim world. This Epic City, as it was going to be called, was going to have so many mosques, so many car parks, so many cinemas, you name it, it was there, and it was only for people of the Islamic faith, going against every single law that the United States has to be a place where all faiths or no faiths get along equally. And Epic City was set up to be that monopoly of Islamism in the United States, which would have been used to promote terror and fundamentalism in the wider Islamic world. The reason that I'm talking about it today is because the UK, with its weak-kneed leader Keir Starmer, hasn't called the Muslim Brotherhood a terrorist organisation yet, which seems really funny to me, because even Islamic nations like the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and other nations have called the Muslim Brotherhood a terrorist organisation and stopped them from working in their nations. So it beggars belief that Keir Starmer hasn't thought to call out the Muslim Brotherhood for its fundamentalism and to stop them from getting a foothold in our nation. Because it wasn't so long ago that there was an island in Scotland that was going to be bought up by Muslims for the exact same thing as Epic City. Only when the owners found out that it was going to be a Muslim site, they stopped the sale, which was brilliant that they stood on their ideals and lost out on the sale, but it was good for the UK as a whole. And this post is really to put pressure on Keir Starmer and whoever is the leader after him to finally put a stop to the Muslim Brotherhood and any Islamic council that funds terrorism in the Middle East and Sharia law practices, because in Texas in the past 2 years there's been 43 mosques opened. The UK, I wouldn't even like to think how many, because they have been turning churches into mosques, they've been turning cinemas into mosques, they've been turning any building that they can find free into mosques. And not only that, but they have 32 Sharia law courts in the UK, which is criminal considering how the British people have been targeted by different groups with the rape of our children and the spread of Islam among our nation. There's places in the UK now where you're almost afraid to walk about in public because of these gangs who are now openly preying on our streets. They're no longer content with staying in their mosques. They're out on the street evangelizing, and the United Kingdom, the last time I checked, was a Christian nation, and I'm afraid our king has let us down because he seems to stand with radical Islam, and to hell with the Christian nation that Britain always has been and should always be, because we don't go by Sharia law, we go by the Ten Commandments, and they're very, very different. There's other crimes being committed in the Islamic world, like female genital mutilation, which is being done now more and more. And the Asian community, with its cousin marriages, has been responsible for 32% of the malformed children that have been brought into the world. So that's food for thought. Shalom, Maranatha, and Hallelujah.